In this video, we are going to talk about how to convert a decimal to a percentage. So decimal, let's come up with an easy decimal. So let's say 0.25. What is 0.25? So let's say US dollars. We have a $1 bill, right? And then 0.25 is 0.25 cents. So 0.25 is a quarter, which is 1/4 of a $1, right? 1/4, 25 cents. If I give you 4 quarters, then you have $1. Then how do you show that 0.25 is 25%? So this is how we do it. So you have 0.25. 0.25 you multiply by 100, so that is equals to 25, and then you put a percentage on the right hand side. Okay, that is how we do it. So 25%. So 25% is a quarter, right? A quarter of a $1 bill. So if you have a quarter, you cut that into 4 equal pieces, and each piece is worth 25 cents. Another way to think about a percentage is, let's say in a class, we have 100 students in a classroom, and I'm going to say that 25% of the student got an A in this semester. So what is that mean? That means a quarter of 100 got an A. So you take 100, and then you multiply by 0.25. That you give you 25 students receive an A in this class. So the 25% is out of 100. Is the percentage is always means per 100. So 25% is out of 100 people. 25 of them have something. So let's say you change the 25 to a 40. That means out of 100 people, 40 people got an A. All right. So let's say we have 100 people in a lecture hall, and then 50% of the people they have a car. So that means 50 people, 50% of 100 is 50, right? So the 50% is per 100. Out of 100 people, 50 of them have a car. Okay, so how do you go from decimal to percentage? Simple. You multiply by 100, right? Meaning that you move the decimal point 2 steps to the right. So using my 25%, the decimal is right here, right? 1 step, 2 step, and then you add the percentage to it. Okay, we have the first problem. They want me to convert the decimal to percentage and keep 1 decimal place. All right. So I can do the math in here real quick. So we see the decimal point, right? So that is 1 step, 2 step, 2 step, 1 2, 1 2, 1 2, 1 step, 2 step, 1 2. All right. So A 0.47 you multiply by 100, right? So that is 47. 47 means 47%. And then B 0.032 you multiply by 100, so that is a 3.2, so which is 3.2%. And then C 1.35 you multiply by 100, so that is 135. You add a percentage right next to it. D is 0.529 you multiply by 100, so that is 52.9. So you have a 52.9%. If you are forced to keep 1 decimal place, then this will be a 47.0. This is already in one decimal place, 135.0%. All right, and then E is 2.493 multiplied by 100, so you have 249.3, and then you add a percentage right next to it. Please do not draw an equal here. Don't draw an equal, because these two numbers, they are not the same, right? 249.3 and the 249.3%, they are not the same value. Please do not draw an equal. All right, let's get rid of this wrong thing. And then we have E and then F. So F is 12.482. You multiply by 100, so that is 112. 48.2, so 1248.2%. So that's how you do the conversion. And then we have one more right here. Now this time I want you to round the percentage to a whole number. So let's move the decimal point. Multiply by 100, right? So multiply by 100, one step, two step, one step, two step, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So now 0.5583, you can just write 58.3 because you can pretty much see it, right? So if you want to round this to a whole number, 3 is not big enough to add 1 to 8 because 3 is less than 5, then you just write 58%. And then 0.5010, so that is 50.10%. 1 is less than 5, so that is just 50%. 1.282325, so that is 123.25. 2 is not big enough, so that is 123%. And then 3.2211, so that is 322.11, so that is 322%. And then 0.948, so that is I don't want to use an equal. Equal is not right. 94.8%. This time you can add 1 to the 4, so that is approximately 95%. Of this, you can use an approximately equal. I forgot the percent symbol, right? And then the last one, 0.39515, so that is 39.515. So we add 1 to the 9, which is around 40%. So that's how we do this problem. All right, so that will be it, the end of this video. I see you all in the next one. If you think this video is helpful, click the like, share this out for me, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, I see you all in the next one.